Thank you for joining us for our EmpowHer Women's Night virtual presentation. We are disappointed that we can't all be together tonight, but go ahead and grab yourself a nice glass of whatever you want, turn on the fireplace or maybe the virtual fireplace in your smart TV, and sit back and relax. This presentation is brought to you by our sponsors. We couldn't have done it without them. Milestone Group, Gnb, Edward Jones Investments, Stanley Black & Decker, Manchester Family Vision Center, Gnb Bank, and Community Savings Bank. Don't forget to buy your raffle tickets before the night is over. We will be drawing names first thing in the morning. Here are some of the prizes you could win.
Milestones Group is proud to support the Manchester Area Chamber Women's Night EmpowHer. We are also proud to empower our own great team every day. Our services encompass nearly every aspect of financial life. We are a CPA firm experienced in all matters of accounting and taxation, IRS problem resolution, business formation, financial services, and investments. We are located at 223 West Main in Manchester. Give us a call at 927-2572. Our team looks forward to becoming a part of your team. Let us help empower you to reach all your financial goals.
Hello and welcome to this program called Managing Stress and Learning Resilience in the Face of a Pandemic. I'm Jim Jelinske, and I'm delighted to be with you today. I'm going to start you off with a little exercise. This exercise has to do with taking out your cell phone. What I'd like you to do is take out your cell phone, and I'd like you to look in your contact list. Look in your contact list for someone that you haven't spoke to in a while, and I'm going to ask you to send them a message, a text message. So if you could pick someone that's not your parent or your brother or sister or your loved ones, spouses, significant others. Pick someone that you know and care about and find them in that contact list. You're going to send them a text message for me. Within the pandemic, there's been over 700,000 people that have lost their lives to this virus. 700,000 people. That's quite a number. And when we think about maybe what was said before those people passed away, was it, I love you? Was it, I care about you? Was I'm thinking about you? I'm going to give you that opportunity today as we talk about resilience and stress relief from the pandemic. I'm going to ask you to say 2 words to those people that you picked on your texts. I'm going to say, I love you. That's it. That's simple. Just I love you. And then I'm going to ask you to send that text message to them. After about a half hour, after this program, look back and see how they responded to your message. I'm sure it will be delightful to you and reassuring that someone has reached out to them to say, I love you. Next, I'd like to share with you a term that was used with me a long time ago by a supervisor I had. And that supervisor said, can you read this sign? It was on his desk. And I looked at it and I said, opportunity is nowhere. And he said, well, what I want you to do is I want you to look at it one more time. See if you can read it differently. And so I looked at it and I kind of studied it and I saw it and I said, oh, it's not opportunity is nowhere. It's opportunity is now here. It's a perspective, isn't it? It's how we choose to look at things each and every day. Through this pandemic, it's been negative and bad and really kind of hard to get through with our families, our friends, our coworkers. So my goal today is to give you some tools for your toolbox that you can use to become more resilient than you already are. So I'm going to ask you, are you ready? Well, I can't see you, so I'm going to help you to get ready. This is my cheer bottle. So I'm going to ask you all to do the cheer today with me. It gets us ready to learn something and have a little fun while doing it. So when I hold up the cheer bottle at any time, it's your responsibility in the audience to all go, whoa, yeah. You could do it now. whoa, yeah. I say everybody cheer, you go, whoa, yeah. What a wonderful way to get started, just to kind of get our adrenaline moving so we are learning and taking in all of the information. Let me define resilience for you. Resilience, in a very basic definition, is the ability to adapt, the ability to take on the things that we experience in any given day or any given month or any given year, the stress, the tragedy, the adversity that we experience, and adapt to that. How we adapt to it is kind of individual. There is no one answer on how to be resilient. But I would ask you this question. Have you ever had any of these things that you're seeing across the board happen to you? A serious health issue, a fight with a friend, been let go from a job. I would assume that if I asked you all to raise your hand and say, have any of you never experienced any of these? There wouldn't be a show of hands. Everyone has gone through tragedy. Everyone has gone through stress, through anxiety, through worry. So you are a resilient person. That's awesome. It's a great way to start. But how can we provide some extra tools for our toolbox to become even more resilient? I love this picture of a toolbox because I always believe that it's a great metaphor for when we're born, we have this small little toolbox. And as we get older, that toolbox expands and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger with all the tools that we need. When I moved from Milwaukee, Wisconsin to Dubuque, Iowa, I had no idea what a farm tool shed looked like. And I remember going in the first time to a friend who was a farmer into his tool shed. It was amazing to me how many different tools he had in his shed and how he made tools to work for him. He had a big long pole and he had gray taped a screwdriver on it because he couldn't reach a screw that was above his head. How ingenious is that? Taking the tools that we learn over our lives and the values that we have and making them into one is really important. Here's a great example, a magic example, if you will. I have a hammer and I have a bag. Two different things that you could see in your toolbox. I'm going to put the hammer inside the bag. Watch, you saw the hammer go inside the bag, right? So I'm now going to make the hammer disappear right before your eyes. Watch carefully. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you're a little kid, you'd say to yourself, wait a second, you're holding the hammer. And I would say to you, what you think you see, you don't often see. It's an illusion, isn't it? So, fun to do magic things because I believe that those tools that you have in your toolbox become magical because then you go, wow, that really worked. And just for all of you, for me, if you could please, yes, applause. I'm picturing you all applauding, right? A little louder would be nice. That's enough. Good. So, moving on. Resilient people have strategies. They really do. They have some really key strategies that they use every single day. One, they understand that stuff happens. Things that are bad can happen to anyone at any time. Are you good at choosing where you select your attention? Positive, negative. Glass half empty, glass half full. How about just the glass? Powerful ways of looking at the simplistic things that are around us. Finding positive in bad situations, right? Oh my gosh. I went into public speaking in 2001 and I spent $1,200 on mailing lists, envelopes, and stamps to send out as many marketing tools as I could find so that people would call me and say, we want you to come to our organization and speak. Well, I sent them all out on September 9th of 2001. And as we all know, on September 11th, a trauma took place within our country, the Twin Towers. It was horrible. I didn't get one call. All of the money I spent on marketing was down the tubes. So I could either kind of do nothing, or I could be sad, or I could do something. I chose to do something. I began to make individual calls and tell people I would come for free. And if they had me come for free, that they would give me 3 references to other places that I could speak. And successfully so, continued on with my speaking career. Find those good things in situations that happen. Personal strengths, values, support, and loved ones, so important as we become and continue to be resilient. So what are people feeling during the pandemic? Oh my gosh, everybody's dreading what's going to happen next. We've had increased stress, carelessness, resentment, all of those things. Oh my goodness, and crabbiness. Ay, negativity. Nobody likes to be around people that are negative. So I came up with a prop that you can use with people that are negative. Actually, 2 props. The first one is a crabby hat. You can wear this or give this to somebody that's feeling crabby in your office. Have them wear it. They don't have to say they're crabby. All they have to do is wear the crabby hat. Once they have the crabby hat on, then you know they're crabby. You can ignore them. Secondly, if you get a really negative person that doesn't like to be positive at all, you can simply give them a straw. Give them a straw, hand them the straw, say, I'd like to give you a little gift. Then walk away and say, thanks for sucking the living life out of me. You'll feel better. The wonderful crabby hat. A good tool to have, a good prop to have. I love props because they give you a message, don't they? Absolutely. So, I believe that your attitude is the crayon that colors the world, Daniel Coleman said. I believe that to be true. This is W. Mitchell, and if you've read W. Mitchell's book, it's a powerful book about resiliency and life. W was in a very fiery motorcycle accident. The whole motorcycle lit on fire. 1.5 gallons of gasoline lit up. 65% of his body was burned in this accident. And when W was in the hospital recovering, after about 2 months, a plastic surgeon came in, looked at him and said, tomorrow, W, we're going to do this surgery on you. We're going to reconstruct your face. But we don't know what you looked like before the accident. So he said to W, do you have any pictures? So W took his wallet out and handed this plastic surgeon his picture on his driver's license. So the plastic surgeon looked at it. He looked up at W. He looked down. He looked up again. And he said, we can do a lot better than this. And W said, I began to laugh. I hadn't laughed since the accident. This surgeon provided me with this wonderful opportunity to know that it's not what happens to you. It's how you choose to deal with it. And I believe that to be true. What's the biggest destroyer of work-based positivity? Oh my goodness. We all know what that is. Stress. Oh, it's all around us. Again, how we see it, how we look at it. I love this. I got this book from the Dollar General. It's a wonderful book. It's a coloring book. And as we all know, coloring books have different pictures in it. Each and every one of us is a different person dealing with stress differently. But if you find some ways to deal with stress that are really effective for you, then you kind of put color inside of your coloring book. This is where you go, wow. See, there's a lot of people that are around us, coworkers, friends, family, that sometimes don't have any pictures in their coloring book. We just need to find those ways to take care of ourselves. Hopefully I can provide some information for you. Oh my goodness, we Americans are stressed out, aren't we? We're stressed out, this poor woman in the grocery store. 83% of Americans are stressed out at work. 55% of Americans are unsatisfied with their jobs. 47% of Americans struggle to stay happy. Even at the happiest place on earth, only 1 in 7 dwarfs are happy. Wow. So the physical effects from stress can cause all kinds of things in our body, in our minds, our brain health. So important that we find ways to not look like this when we're stressed out. Stress can cause absenteeism, stress, and burnout, right? There's good stress, bad stress. My wife came home the other day. She said, honey, I have good news and bad news. I said, what's the good news? She said, the airbag works, right? Good news, bad news, how we choose to look at things. So there's hope, isn't there? There's hope. If we look for hope, we can find it. So I think it's important to assess your stress. Find out what's causing your stress. There are things we have control over and things we don't have control over. What is it that you don't have control over but causes you stress? Look, the weather, medications, things that we have no control over can cause great stress in us. Things that we do have control over is us. how we see things, how we choose to see those things that we have no control over and the things that we do have control over. So assess your stress. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Self-compassion is a wonderful tool in your toolbox. Treat yourself the same way you would your pet. Oh my gosh, I love my pets. Love my pets. I pet them, I take care of them, I feed them. Treat yourself the same way. Take care of yourself. Do what feels right for you. Sometimes it's easy for other people to tell you how you should feel, but don't let people should on you at all. Just take care of you. That's important. You will have bad days. It's okay to cry. I'm a very sensitive person. I cry at movies. I cry when I'm sensitive. I don't care. I cry. Be compassionate with yourself. Ask for and accept help when you need it. And finally, use helpful self-talk. Talk to yourself in a very healthy and positive way. I love the old Batman movies. Remember that word Shazam? I like to use Shazam when I'm feeling bad or down. Try it once. See how you feel. Here's a question for those of you that are in the professional field. Can we have fun and still get our work done? I'm hoping you said yes, we can. I believe that this guy working for this company has fun while he works, don't you? And tell me you wouldn't use this guy's plumbing services or electrical services. What a wonderful way to market yourself in such a fun way. Did you know that people who have fun at work are all of these things? More productive, less stressed, paid more. My goodness, don't we all want to be paid more? Harvard Business School. Wow, I found this the other day. 95% of professional women who have learned to laugh at themselves and play will eventually earn an income in the six figures. Oh my goodness, that's amazing, isn't it? Yes. Well, I made that up. Here's how you're probably looking right now. What is he talking about? I'm not making six figures. My goodness, how we see things. What's the greatest form of humor? Humor is a wonderful stress reliever, isn't it? We all need a little more humor in our lives. Cosmic humor is the best way to laugh. Laughing at ourselves, finding the humor within ourselves. Humility is a wonderful tool in that toolbox that you have. If you don't think for 1 second that this guy learned how to laugh at himself, can you imagine? Anybody that walks by him and sees his shirt is laughing with him, not at him. What a wonderful way to look at life. I believe there's only 5 things that matter in life. Here they are: faith, friends, family, health, and productivity. Not in any order, but I would suggest that you look at them and you put them in the order you would like. Maybe there are some that you'd like to get better at. Dealing with health a little bit more, walking a few more days during the week, being more productive at work, saying some more prayers, using your faith to drive you into those ways of dealing with stress. Awesome ways of only believing in the things that matter and the things that you value as a human being. What's the most valuable resource to get out of stress? I believe, and my opinion is, the most valuable resource to get out of stress is kids. Kids get it, don't they? Oh my gosh. The world is an imaginary vision of joy to kids. So when I feel bad, I try to find and go to a child care facility or find friends or kids that have kids, spend time with them. They know how to laugh and have fun. Kids are great, aren't they? They give you a great perspective on how we should look at things. I love kids. They've become kind of superheroes to me. How they see life, how they look at life. What fun, what laughter, what joy. Superheroes and little kids. Find them and use their skills for your toolbox. Why? Kids take risks too, don't they? Oh boy. Gives a whole new meaning to swine flu, doesn't it? Well, and kids have fun. Kids love to have fun. Look at that cat. Is that not crazy? Kids understand laughter and kids understand play. Most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in this group as well, kids understand love. They know love deeply. This question was posed to some 4 and 8-year-olds. What does love mean? And their answers were deeper and most genuine than anyone thought they could be. Here's what some of them said. Nicole said, love is when you tell a guy you like his shirt Then he wears it every day. Yeah. And Lauren said, I know my older sister loves me because she gives me all her old clothes, then she has to go out and buy new ones. And of course, Carl said, love is when a girl puts on perfume and a boy puts on shaving cologne, and then they go out and smell each other. I love it. And finally, John. Oh my goodness, John. John said, love is when mommy sees daddy on the toilet and doesn't think it's gross. True love, ladies and gentlemen. True love. So, I finish with this. Don't wait to say I love you to someone. When you feel stressed, when you feel anxiety, when you feel worry, find a way to take care of that. Say I love you to someone every single day. Tell them that you love them. Tell them why you love them. It's a wonderful way to be resilient and get through life with people that you care about. So, in conclusion, remember when things get tough, pick your head up. And challenge yourself to be happy. Be that person full of joy and wonder and imagination. Take a few risks now and then. It's okay to take a few risks. I don't think that's going to end very well, but good for her for taking a risk. Support one another. What a precious picture to show how beautiful support is for each other. Hang in there, no matter what. So, finale. Are you ready to be happy and stress-free? I'm hoping you're nodding your head. I hope that you enjoyed this session. It's been my pleasure to be with you. So, come on. Let's be happy. Now, let's do the happy dance. Clap your hands. Good. Here we go. Now we're going to do the happy dance. Goes like this. Twirl. Twirl. Out, out, in, twirl, in, out. Never mind. We did a good job, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much. I wish you all the best. I hope we get to see each other face to face one day. It's been my pleasure to be with you. Take care, everybody. God bless you. I'm Jim Jelinske.
At F&M, we don't just talk about culture. We believe in a culture of shared values and goals aligned around our overall mission, which is exceeding expectations. We care as much about our client success as we do our own. Our team is truly committed to going above and beyond in every aspect of what we do. We are F&M Bank, the right choice.
Hi, this is Kathleen wishing you a wonderful Women's Empowerment Evening. Iowa Makers is located in Dundee. We're about 5 minutes away from Backbone State Park. Our gift shop features products and art from local women artists. We have pottery, candles, paintings, stained glass, and much, much more. Come and walk with me and check out our new addition. Come sit by the fire, sip some wine, and shop. Shop all these one-of-a-kind gifts for the upcoming holiday season. We are open from Thursday through Sunday. Make it your destination at Iowa Makers.
Hi everyone, I'm Allie Manson, the Executive Director at the Manchester Area Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for joining us tonight. Now it's the time you've all been waiting for. This year we've received 3 nominees, and we wanted to tell you a little bit about each of them. For over 20 years, Lisa Getzko has been an extremely active member of the Manchester area. She has taken on leadership roles as a board member for the Foundation for the Future of Delaware County, a council member at First Lutheran Church, a Heaven-Bound youth group leader, Sunday school teacher, and took on some of her greatest accomplishments, assisting in the development of the Foundation for the Future COVID-19 Relief Fund that helped raise $50,000 for Delaware County, and joined with Prairie Farms Dairy to secure 2 free dairy box dispersals with over 1,000 boxes of dairy products that were distributed throughout Delaware County. Lisa helps make this community a better place, not just live in, but want to live in. A quote from her nomination letter told us how Lisa is a joyful person who has a deep love for her family, friends, and community. She is quick with a smile or hug, the first to volunteer, and mindfully gathers others to help based upon their abilities. She generously shares herself, her wisdom, and is the best friend any woman can hope to have. Lisa's enthusiasm for life is contagious, and her sincerity warms your soul. Lisa is not a native to this area, but she has embraced this community and engages to make it a better place. Her faith is unwavering and is instrumental in the way she leads her life. One of Lisa's greatest joys is leading a life group with women passionate about growing in their faith, exploring their God-given gifts so that they may love and serve others. Lisa's commitment to the community, whether it be through the church, the foundation, the school, or in her personal life, have all positively impacted Manchester and the Delaware County area for years to come.
Manchester Family Vision is proud to support the Chamber Women's Night Empower Her. At Family Vision, Dr. Daniel Mersch provides medical and routine vision examinations for adults and children and specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of eye diseases and provides well vision exams. We carry a large selection of eyeglass and sunglass frames from designer to budget. Whether your glasses are a necessity or an accessory, we are certain to help you pick out the best choice. Our opticians, Nicole and Angie, are trained to recommend the best lens solution for your specific needs, including contact lenses. We are located at 1214 West Main in Manchester. Give us a call at 563-927-3682. Manchester Family Vision, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
When the world was shutting down because of COVID-19, Mindy Jackson had a vision. Through her work as a nurse at Regional Medical Center in Manchester, Mindy began to see the needs of her colleagues and community emerge because of the pandemic. And through that work, Mindy embarked on one of her greatest accomplishments, founding Delaware County Pay It Forward, an organization that is trusted to seek out and respond to the needs of Delaware County and whose mission is to model humility, inspire kindness, and share hope. Fun fact, you can also describe Mindy the same way. Through the Delaware County Pay It Forward group, Mindy has been able to impact the lives of the people of Delaware County with the development of countless efforts. Just to name a few of those efforts are Farmer Appreciation Lunches, Fuel a Farmer, Fairway Groceries to Go, Take What You Need, Leave What You Can areas throughout Delaware County, Christmas Hope Program to help families in need provide gifts for their families, and Back the Blue event that helps support and promote our law enforcement officers. Mindy is not only a valued individual in the medical field, as she won the first Daisy Award at Regional Medical Center and was also named as one of Iowa's top 100 nurses. She is a devoted wife, a supportive mother to 4 very active boys, and a disciplined student who will soon be finishing her nurse practitioner degree, all while struggling and overcoming a 2020 diagnosis of multiple sclerosis. What Mindy has been able to do this past year for her community while going through her own health struggles is the definition of empowered and makes her very deserving of this honor.
Gnb Bank is local, employee-owned, and has been a trusted financial partner to Iowans for over 85 years. We understand life's a journey, and we have financial solutions that give you more control of your money and future. Whether it's a no-fee checking account or a home, auto, ag, or commercial loan, we've got you covered. Gnb's team of financial experts are committed to our communities and your success, providing in-person guidance and local assistance every step of the way. Because at Gnb Bank, we're expanding your financial horizons. Find out how.
In a world filled with hate, Lori soars as a heavenly spirit clothed as an earth angel, is the first line of her nomination letter. What a perfect way to introduce our nominee for Woman of the Year from Edgewood, Lori Gearhart. Lori has been an asset and role model to the Edgewood community through her leadership skills, assisting committees, volunteering with 4-H, Girl Scouts, continuously donating to several children's hospitals, and sending gifts to children with special needs, which is something Lori and her family have personally dealt with. She is the caretaker to her grandson, Aiden, who was born 17 years ago with several health issues that has him dependent on oxygen and feeding tubes. Lori has been there through everything with Aiden's doctor's visits, 3 lung transplants, and countless surgeries to aid in Aiden's recovery. To give back to the community and to others that have helped her family, Lori and Aiden created Mr. Smiley's Creations, where they sew useful items to sell with the profits going to many charities. While Lori would rather help behind the scenes, her attitude and positive impression leaves a mark wherever she goes and with those lives she's touched. Her passion and dedication to make our world a better place empowers and inspires others. And the winner of the 2021 EmpowHer Women's Night Woman of the Year is Mindy Jackson.
Hi, Better. I was just getting up to change my voice, and I was like, crap. So we want to award you Woman of the Year 2021. You were nominated 3 times by 3 separate people, and you were very deserving of this award. So congratulations.
Yay!
You are so welcome. Come on in. Come on in.
That's a wrap.